So the plan for today is I'll put the new axle in. I still have to vacuum the floor mats for the GTI because I didn't get that done yesterday. Surprisingly, the car's still clean. I took it out this morning and the car's still clean, so I'm still happy about that. And then what else? Oh, this came Mk6 fog light covers. Yep, fog light covers, yellow fog light covers for the Mk6 because I like the way it looks and I want to do it. So if I get to that today before it seems like it wants to rain, I'll do that. Okay, so first things first, let's get the Mk6. Nah, I'm not gonna turn it around. Let's get the fog lights off because I think it'll be easier. Oh, it should be easier to get the fog light out and wrapped than trying to do it with the cover because it's on there with a bezel. So let's start that. Okay, so Mk6 GTI. We're gonna try and get these fog lights out of here. So from what I can see, I'm gonna learn as you guys learn because seems like it's gonna be more fun that way. I could watch some how-to, but what's the fun in that? There's a little cap here. I wonder if this pops off. Probably doesn't. No, doesn't feel like it. Okay, so there's some torque screws in here I need to take out. They have access to the rear part of this fog light, so that's what I'll do. Let's get this lower fender liner trim area taken off. Alright, it's already starting to heat up. Already I'm sweating. So decided to just easily take the bumper off. The bumper comes off really easy. T25 screws hold it in two sections here after you pop off the grill, and the grill is held in place by 4 T25 screws up top. Then you just pull outward and it snaps off. You'll have more T25 screws down the side here, down the bottom if you have any or all of your plastics, down this side too. Then disconnect your fog light bulbs or pull them out. Side marker bulb, bumper falls off pretty much by itself after pulling it away from these slide clips. That clip on there. So now I can try and get to the bottom, the back of these things, and you can see there's screws here, here, and I think that's it. And it looks like it just holds in by these clips. So let's get these fog lights out and get them wrapped. Alright, I'll say about 15 minutes in. Got both fog lights out. They are just held in by the 2 T25 screws here, and these sides just pop into the bumper. Real lightweight. The thing I do miss about the earlier cars is fog lights, headlights, they're all made of glass. This plastic, so plastic, they get beat up way more than glass did. I don't know. Hopefully these lens tint add some level of protection and looks. Now, time to clean them up, wipe them down, make sure the surface is perfectly clean for the wrapping. Well, it kind of looks like I'll be fighting or trying to beat the rain. So, lenses are clean. Got the Mk6 open. Yes, I think I do. Let me get this open. You get the two. Oh, this isn't smart. 2 Mk6 sheets. The 2 Mk6 sheet that should cover the fog light just enough, actually. Hopefully that covers enough. Let's see. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a dry application. Oh, yep. Or you can do it both ways, dry or wet. Now they said they're designed to fit with the trim piece there, but I like to make sure I get to the edges, because once the edges are lifted with any kind of dirt or anything, that's gonna just cause the vinyl to fail, in my experience. Get your squeegee. This squeegee came in a kit with 3 other interior like trim piece removal tools. I think I got it for like $10 at AutoZone. This thing has come in, I use this thing so much. I use that one so many times, it's paid for itself numerous times over. So let's get started. Try not to get any fingerprints behind the film. Work your way from the middle outwards. Making sure you get majority of the air bubbles out. If you have any big ones, I'm sure you can lift it. The heat will actually pull those bubbles actually go away, which is weird. Just like when you do window tint. Especially if you have the fog lights aren't perfect, which mine definitely were not correct. These were brand new. We have no issues. Alright, Mk6 yellow fog light covers. Well, the vinyl anyway has been applied, and to me, I've always loved yellow fog lights. Any kind of car, any color. This just, oh man, it looks so good. Like, even in the instructions said these small little air bubbles and things like that will go away over time. The big important thing is you do not want to get any fingerprints behind the film. That's why it has these 2 applicator tabs. Fingerprints behind the film, you're gonna see those fingerprints forever. These small holes and stuff like this, as it heats and it cures, those are gonna just go away. So make sure your edges are nice and firmly down, and let's get them back in the car. Just got back to the house and FedEx has arrived. Ooh, heavy box. Also, brand new axle or a reman. Either way, they're getting cheap with the axles now. No bolts supplied. It didn't come with a nut. The box was all kind of beat up, so I think all that stuff probably fell out. Well, I'm not mad. Whatever. Although there's no rips, so it's a win. But still, I normally like using the brand new hardware and the new nut. But my old one was in good condition, so we should be fine. Coilovers. Got my patented package opening tool. Let's open this bad boy. What? Oh, come on. We know what we're doing. That. Oh, what we got here? Waterproof lubrication, a lanyard. That's dope. We got 2 wrenches. What do we got here? I'm gonna assume these are the rear struts. SoloWerks coilover kit for a Mk6. Man, they look good. Now I know some people will say, why didn't you just save up and get air? But I like the reliability of coilovers. Never had a problem with coilovers. I don't drive my cars super slammed, so I don't really see the need for a daily driver to be on air or investing that in a daily driver. Show car, something like the Jetta, maybe down the road, but for the GTI, nah, I think coilovers are the best bet. So, instruction sheet, or yeah, installation sheet, whatever, no one needs that. 1 sticker, I would have liked 2, but 1 will do. And 2 lanyards. These are actually pretty dope. Actually really nice. I like the swivel. Well, I was going to wait to do these, but I got the itch. So everything's laid out. I pretty much know what I have to do since I did it in the Mk5 already, but that was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe. So it shouldn't be too hard. I have the strut spreader tool right here. And you need one of these, otherwise you're not gonna get coilovers on a newer gen Volkswagen. So I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna tear into it now. Get the front and rear done. Christian's coming over, so he can give me a hand, but it shouldn't take too long at all. Alright, so starting off doing your coilover install, I'm not gonna do film every aspect of this thing because people have had Mk6s for years already. So I'm new to the game, or late, however you want to say it. I will highlight the major points just so I can get this going because I don't want to run out of daylight. So, pull off your rubber seal here. That way you can get to, you don't have to take the wipers off and everything probably to get to my bolts. Actually, I probably won't need to take the wipers off. That'll be a hassle. Save me some time. Reach under there, get those bolts loosened, and then get to the meat of the problem underneath the car. So let's get these wheels off. All right, wheels off. So on a Mk6, take out this sway bar link up top here. It's a 18. I'm 99% sure it's a 18. Yeah, 18 up top, 18 down here. You're gonna stick your strut spreader tool in the back of the cup here, and it'll release the pressure on here. And with the top bolts loosened, I'll be able to press this down and get my strut out, no problem. So let's go. Hopefully when the next clip, the factory strut will be out. Okay, so loosened your nut up top, the nut down here, you took the bolt out, get your strut spreader tool, and what you do is you just find the sweet spot right behind here, right up top. It slides in up and down, and then you'll take a 13mm socket and then rotate it either way, clockwise, counterclockwise, and that spreads the strut and you will be fine. Alright, got the factory strut out, which was a big pain, Best way I found, disconnect everything. I disconnected the three bolts from the lower control arm, left one bolt up top holding the strut in place, and I used my pry bar from my jack, just pretty much put as much weight as it until I can just get everything to pop out. And I gave the axle a little bit of room to breathe by taking out the axle bolt. So that's it. Gonna rebuild the SoloWerks coilover with the OEM strut cap, and goes back in. Yep, and while I slave away underneath the car, getting dirty, changing coilovers, Christian won't stop going on and on about his radio.
You got a radio?
You got a radio.
I'm so excited it works again.
Alright. Well, as you can see, we're losing light. So I got 3 out of the 4 corners done. And I'm tired and it's getting dark. So fronts are pretty much dialed in where I want them to be. About a 1/2 inch between the fender and the tire. The rear, I did this side, but I left the perches in thinking that would actually help, but no. So the perches are coming out tomorrow. Take the perch out of this side, knock out the other side. Wasn't too bad. The backs always go easy on these cars. And that'll be it. And sometime this week, take it for an alignment and she'll be rocking. The front looks really, really nice. Hopefully it doesn't rub at all when I'm driving, but we'll see. And that's it. Stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow. Alright guys, continuation of yesterday. Ran out of light. Now might be running out of dry weather. But anyway, I didn't show too much of the install because these cars aren't new to everybody. They're new to me. I've done it before on the Mark V. I'm doing it now on my GTI, putting in the coilovers. Just a real quick overview. There's a bolt here that holds in the spring. Once you loose that out, you can get your spring out. Then there's another bolt that attaches the strut to the rear hub, and then it's held up top with 2 16mm bolts. Very easy rear suspension setup. Get those 2 bolts out, this thing's just gonna fall out. So let me get to work. Of course, it wouldn't be Florida and it wouldn't be a vlog if it didn't rain in the middle of what I was doing. Just perfect. Now, fortunately, I don't have to get on the ground anymore, but I wanted to adjust the coilovers so they fit right, and here I am in the middle of a downpour, so I don't get it. So I literally got a 3-minute break in the rain. It calmed down just enough to do one more tire. So, oh boy, I tell you, I am almost done, and this rain is coming down again, starting to get harder again. So I don't know, maybe in another half an hour I can finish, torque down all the wheels. The height is just about set. I'm gonna go with the height on the passenger side, although it was rubbing today when I had the family in the car, but the wheels are wider, so I'm not gonna have that issue. I measured a 1/4 inch for the front. I'm gonna make sure it's exactly the same on the driver's side, and we'll be good. The rears, I took the perch out, so it's just the spring in between the factory rubber perches, and it sits about perfect. I mean, it's exactly perfect. The only thing I might do is maybe a 5 or 10 mil spacer in the rear. The fronts I'm leaving because I think it sits just about perfect. I think the rear can come out just a tad bit, and then it'll be exactly where I want it to sit. So overall, I'm happy. I drove the car today, and it rode super smooth. Honestly, I couldn't tell the difference, except for the little rubbing that it was hitting the fender. But other than that, the suspension rides absolutely perfect. It rides like factory, only a little bit lower, slightly stiffer, which is what I wanted for a daily. I don't need to be bouncing over these bumps, especially since all the roads that I take on a daily basis are under construction. So for right now, the car is looking good, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving the way it looks now. If I can get 5 more, give me 10 more minutes, Florida, and I can get what I need to get done. Oh, and Christian's been sitting in his car for about 5 minutes because it's starting to rain harder, and he doesn't want to get out. So, well, the rain let up, gave me just enough time. Well, it stopped now, and some blue skies are coming, which is weird for Florida. Coils have been installed. A lot of work done on a daily. Coils, wheels, lens tint, and it looks awesome. I really just like the look of Detroit's on Mk6s and 7s, if you put them on 7s. You know, I had a chance to get the Austins, the new ones, the Mk7 ones, the ones that, those are cool too. But I don't know, maybe the next wheel I'll sell the peelers or trade for those. I'll see what's up. But anyways, long Sunday, long Saturday, long weekend. I am done. I'm tired. I'm wet. Probably still have to go to dinner for my birthday, which is today. But by the time you guys see this, it'll be tomorrow, probably. Or who never knows when I'm gonna upload this thing. So, I will see you guys the next time in the garage.